because it has been done so many times. So probably precisely the same way. The audience started to feel like the machinery behind it, and you weren't feeling anything. You weren't recognizing the cue to feel something, and that's the difference, a massive difference. That's not storytelling. That's literally a script. And music is where this gets really personal for me, because I think music is the place where fake emotion is really the hardest to hide. Like a bad movie, we can usually have good visuals. A bad look can still have a good sentence somewhere. But music is almost entirely emotional, and it lives and dies on whether you actually feel something. So when music becomes a script, it becomes really obvious. Or it should, and somehow we normalize it. Think about the structure of basically every major pop song that has lasted 5-6 years. You have a verse that's intentionally understated, almost whispered, because vulnerability performs well, then it builds, and then the chorus hits with this huge emotional swell that's almost designed, genuinely engineered to feel like a release. And when it drops back down to remind you of the vulnerability, then it builds again. Then the final chorus is bigger, and then somewhere in there, usually in the bridge, there's a moment that someone's supposed to feel like is a confession. Like the artist is really letting you in. And I want to be clear. I'm not saying no one in music is, like, genuine. That's not the point. The point is that the structure of sincerity has been so thoroughly mapped and reproduced that you can't tell the difference between someone actually breaking open and someone performing a breakdown in the same shape that breaking open is supposed to take. Like, that's the template now for raw emotions and what they sound like. And once there's a template, it's definitely and genuinely not raw anymore. It reminds me of something that actually has a name. Like, there's a concept called a narrative exhaustion, where audiences have been exposed to the same emotional patterns so many times that they actually stop feeling them, and then they just start, like, recognizing them. Like, your brain goes, oh, this is the part where I'm supposed to feel moved, instead of actually being moved. And pop music has been running on the narrative exhaustion for years. We keep rewarding the performances of emotion instead of demanding the real thing. I genuinely don't know. I don't know where music and art is supposed to go from here. There has to be a renaissance, or I feel it. We need it, and if we don't have it, then what's the opposite of that? Is that a depression? Is that a depression during the Renaissance? Is that... Wait, what is next for us? There has to be something else for art, for music, for performance and concerts and books. What is the next thing that's going to push us to be able to create something that is devastating but addictive? I don't know. And I don't have all the answers.